everybody. Welcome back to the Midfield Pivot, the FPL show. Coming to you early today because we have games. We have a Friday night game, guys. So the deadline is Friday. It's going to be today at, I think, not quite sure. I think at about 6 or 7. That's this game week's deadline. So yeah, you need to get your teams in before this evening. And yeah, well, on today's show, we're going to be discussing just that. I'll be showing you guys my team and how I did last week, and also what to do regarding the Lukaku disaster. What a disaster for all of us who had saved our wild card to be able to bring in Lukaku for this run of fixtures. Um, I let you know what I want to do about it, and let's see if you guys agree. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, well, first of all, let's have a look at how we did last week. Um, 61 points, pretty good. Obviously above the average, which you know we always like above the average. That means that we got some green arrows, and there you go. There, the green arrows. A couple of red ones, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Mostly green. We've moved up in the overall ranking to 135,086, which is pretty good, pretty good. The team from last week. This is the team from last week. Sanchez got us 6 points. Defense, Trent got a 6, Cancelo got a 6, Aspilicueta got a 6, that's a clean sheets. The only problem we had, which is where, I always feel like Pep Guardiola just does things on purpose. He brought on Diaz for Laporte in the 70th minute, and Laporte, and Diaz don't got 1 point, which sucks so much, because had he just stayed on the bench, I would have gotten the 6 points from Liveramento. But yeah, anyway, that's what you get when you start picking Man City players. In the midfield, there, Ben Rama got me 3, Townsend got me 2, but my captain, the man, the best player in the world right now, Mo Salah with the 26. Up front there, Juan came on, got me the 2 points. Lukaku got me 2 points, and yeah, well, Antonio got me 1. So you can see that there were a few issues here and there, but at the end of the day, whenever you get more, like I said, whenever you get higher than the average, that's pretty good. That means you're moving up. That's what you want. Just keep getting higher than the average. So yeah, that's the team from last week. Right. Now on to the crisis. The crisis we have. For those of you who don't know, Romelu Lukaku limped off with an ankle injury in the midweek Champions League game. It's not yet clear how long he'll be out for, but I'm guessing 6 to 8 weeks, which is very bad for me because, like I said, I saved my wild card all these weeks to be able to bring him in for this run of fixtures that Chelsea has. So with him being injured, I need to now pivot. The easy pivot, obviously, is to go to Timo Werner. Only guess what? Timo Werner is also injured with an unknown return date. So, who to pick now up front for Chelsea? First of all, they don't have any strikers going to play, so which means they're going to play one of the midfielders up front, and that could be anyone from Havertz to Mount to Ziyech. It's really difficult for me to pick which Chelsea player I want to replace Lukaku with. And also, I have to consider that if I'm when I replace Lukaku with a Chelsea midfielder, it's going to require me to take a hit because yeah, well, I can't really pivot from him to there's no other strikers, and I can't really move from him to a midfielder without taking a 4 point hit because I only have one free transfer. And guys, I hate hits. I hate taking hits. Sometimes it's worth it, and maybe this might be that time. But anyway, let's discuss the options that we have regarding replacing Lukaku. First up, the obvious move is to go for Roberto Firmino from Liverpool. Hat trick last game week. This game week they're playing Man United. Then they have Brighton, and then they have West Ham. Now he's an easy move, cheaper than Lukaku. It's a way into the Liverpool team. They should score goals against Man United. I really don't see Man United defense is terrible, so there will be goals to Liverpool there. So that's one option you have. The only issue with Firmino is the rotation. We're not sure whether he's gonna play ahead of Jota. On form, he should play ahead of Jota because he got the hat trick. But we all know that that's not how things always work out. and can't really be guaranteed that he will start ahead of Jota. So yeah, but that's the Firmino option. The next option, which is another easy one, which most people are considering, is to go for Jamie Vardy. Now Jamie Vardy has got Brentford up next. He scored in is going to return in every single game he's played. He's the only player from Leicester actually worth speaking about because Leicester have been terrible this season, but he's always been scoring the goals. He didn't play midweek, so he's all rested. He's an easy move. You got Brentford, then you got Arsenal, you got Leeds. Three fixtures where he should be getting goals. The only issue I have with Vardy is that the team is not really performing well. They beat Man United, but that doesn't really say much in this day and age. Um, and I'm afraid that if the team doesn't click or doesn't start playing well, that he might suffer and not get opportunities to score as many points. So now becomes the issue of, do you think that he'll score more points than Firmino? Um, Looking at the fixtures, I really don't think so. I think Firmino will still score more points than him if Firmino plays every game. Timmy says Jamie Vardy is guaranteed to play every game. So now you gotta weigh that up for yourself and decide, do you wanna go for Vardy or Firmino? Firmino is more the risk, obviously. Next option for me would be Harry Kane. Now, Harry Kane, obviously, much more expensive, much more expensive than Lukaku. Not everyone can make that move without taking a hit. Me being one of those people as well. I can't make that move without taking a hit. So it's not a move I'll be making anyway. But maybe you can. Maybe you can move from Lukaku and get onto Harry Kane, and you won't have any issues. Good fixtures coming up. It's a derby game against West Ham. He scores against West Ham a lot. He will be up for the game. So yeah, he is an option as well. And then the sort of left field option is the man Tony from Brentford. Now, again, guaranteed 90 minutes, guaranteed to play every game. Leicester, Burnley, Norwich, next three games. You see now how he ends up starting to look a bit more better than the rest because he's guaranteed to play. Norwich do attack a lot. He's involved in every single move they make, either gonna get an assist or a goal. Tony for me 6.4. He allows you to if you move from Tony to Lukaku. Okay, let me just say what I'm thinking. This is why I'm thinking of moving to Tony. If I move off Lukaku and get Tony, it allows me. It saves me so much money that I can then get another premium midfielder in. Then that could be a Son, that could be a Havertz, because Havertz I think will play up front. I'm not sure. Depends on which one does. So he gives you options in that instance. So yeah, that's why I think Tony is also a pretty good option. Right. So all that being said, what move will I be making? What transfer will I be making? How will I be replacing Lukaku? Well, let me break it to you guys. I won't be replacing Lukaku. Now, reason being, here's my reasoning. Let me just show you my team, my team for next week, and then maybe I can then talk you through my selections. Um, okay, I'm gonna go. First of all, I was supposed to move off Sanchez. You guys remember? So to move off Sanchez and get into Ramsdale because he's got the much better fixtures going forward. Get Ramsdale, move off Sanchez since Sanchez is playing Man City, and Man City scores a lot of goals. Um, I'm not gonna make that move either. Reason being, guys, I'm saving my free transfer. I want to use two free transfers next week to get me out of this Lukaku hole. Now, what that means is I have Foster in goals because they're playing Everton, and Everton doesn't really score a lot of goals. Also, the Courier's not there. There's no Kevin Lewin. There's no Richarlison. I'm not playing much of a threat. Defense, I'm doubling up on the Man City defenders, so I'm playing Cancelo and Diaz again. Um, if there's any rotation between the two of them, Livramento will cover me there, and I'll get points from him. Then I got Trent and I got Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta, obviously they're playing Norwich, clean sheets guaranteed, and maybe Azpilicueta will bomb on forward and might get an assist or something. So yeah, that's an no-brainer there. Now in the midfield, I'm still torn between playing Townsend or Henderson. Right now, I'm leaning very much towards Henderson. I think that he would have a more influential game against Man United than Townsend would have against Watford, considering that Doucouré is injured. Also, maybe Man United decide to step up and make it a difficult game for Henderson. I don't know. So right now, it's between Townsend and Henderson. I'll probably decide that the last minutes. like right down to the last minute. Let's not decide that. But the rest of the players I'm sure about. That's Ben Rama, because they're playing Spurs, and you know West Ham against Spurs. West Ham always score goals. Mo Salah, obviously, you can't have a team without having Mo Salah, and in fact, he's going to be the captain. I expect him to get a couple of goals against Man United's leaky defense. Then finally, Rafinha. Rafinha's back. I'm playing Rafinha against Wolves. Also expecting him to get a few goals. Up front, I'm gonna play because I'm not getting off Lukaku. You see, when I'm not getting off Lukaku, I'm gonna play Huang against Leeds. Also, Leeds league defense, he should get something there. And then Antonio, obviously, against the Spurs. Again, Antonio always scores against Spurs, so yeah, it is what it is. And like I'm saying, because I'm moving off Lukaku, that is the option I have. Now, my plan regarding Lukaku is this: next game week, I'm gonna use my 2 free transfers to bring in Tony and whatever midfielder Tuchel has chosen to play up front to replace Lukaku. Because I'm not sure, you see, now bear with me, because I'm not sure which midfielder he will bring in, I will wait until I see who he plays this game week, and then whoever that lucky man is, he's the guy we'll bring in next week to replace Lukaku. So I'll have 2 free transfers, and I use that to bring in Tony, and I'm thinking it'll be Havertz, and yeah, that's my team for this game week, guys. Yeah, I know I said it would be Lukaku solution. That's my Lukaku solution. Yours might probably be to get in a player, but mine is because I'm thinking very long term. I don't want to just do knee-jerk reactions. Save my free transfer, move for Tony and whatever midfielder, whatever Chelsea midfielder is on is in the team next week, and that's how I will get out of the Lukaku mess, and hopefully it'll put me in good stead to keep moving up the ranks. Now, regarding this week, am I expecting a high return from my defenders? Yes. Yes, and from Mo Salah as well, yes. Hopefully, it's enough to keep me above the average and keep those green arrows ticking along. Anyway, that's my team. Let me know what you think. Show me your teams. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Don't forget the deadline is in a few hours. Do not miss the deadline. There's a Friday night game. Arsenal is playing tonight. So make your changes. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you have to do to set your team up. By the way, you can follow me on all socials at @Holi_Ngobese. The channel also has its own channels. Channel also has its own pages in Facebook and on Twitter at the Midfield Pivot. And yeah, once again, thank you for your support. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Till next time, peace.